Yo, 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 what's up with you people? This your boy Retro Rob, Battle Chess, man. How y'all doing, man? How was y'all day? Hope y'all had a great and productive day. Mine was okay, you know the usual. I ain't go too hard today because you know it's the holiday today, so you know it's Memorial Day, so I ain't really go too hard today. But I hope y'all had a great day. I really do. Shouts out to my new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. You know, make yourselves comfortable, make yourselves at home. Shouts out to my original. You know how I do. My original subscribers. You know, and all that you guys do to make this channel what it is. I really do mean that. I want to thank the people that comment on my content. I want to thank the people that like my content, you know, on a daily basis, frequently. You know, I see a lot of comments and I'm impressed. I'm happy. You know, the channel is growing, which means, you know, we're all growing together. Make sure we continue to spread the word about the channel, you know, so we can lock in and get more in depth on more things. So let's get to it, right? So I'm on Facebook, you know, putting up a status and, you know, doing my thing, talking to a couple friends and stuff like that. And then I receive a message. This person, I'm not going to mention their name, not going to say their name, but they claim that they watched my channel. It wasn't one of you guys. So, but somebody sent me a link, right? I didn't recognize who the person was, but they sent me a link with Battle Truth. And evidently they watch my channel because they know that I talk a lot about those clowns, you know, and how they trying to push a negative narrative and all of that stuff and negative propaganda. And at first I didn't really want to look at it because, you know, I unsubscribed from his channel. For those of you who've been subscribed to my channel, you know that I was a big supporter of his at the beginning. Until, as we always do with clowns and people that perpetrate, until you find out, you know, you find out who they really are, you know, and they show their true colors. But nevertheless, shouts out to that person too that sent me that link. They sent me the link and he was talking about Cassidy. And he was talking about Gilly, and Gilly saying he was going to pull up on Cassidy and check his temperature. You know, all the stuff that I talk about all the time. But I'm going to let y'all hear, you know, a little bit of what he said, and we're going to break him down. We might listen to the whole joint, depending on, you know, how sick and tired I get of listening to him. He's very annoying. People, when I talk about a grade A clown, a grade A coon, grade A bug dancer, he's the definition of that. Now, let's get into this. Man.
Gilly the Kid did an interview on North It All podcast, and on that interview, man, Gilly talking about he pulling up on Cassidy at his next battle. Let me ask y'all something, man. Let me just keep it real with y'all. Is Gilly...
Usually, when people say, let me keep it real with y'all, it means the complete opposite. In his case, it definitely means the complete opposite. He's a clown. And when you're a clown, when you say something, especially when it has some type of, when it has something to do with being real or being genuine, it's the complete opposite. I just wanted to make that clear. Let's continue.
Clout chasing. Let's keep it real. I just want to know, is Gilly clout chasing or...
That's another tactic. We just gonna break them down because I know there's a lot of people that's gonna get on here and gonna be like, "Oh, Retro Rob, why you kept stopping the, you know, the video and stuff like that." If I really wanted, you know, if a lot of y'all wanted to, my purpose is to break it down. If a lot of y'all wanted to hear the whole thing, y'all can go in there and listen to it. But I want to break these clowns down, man. Only reason why I'm even breaking this down right now because I'm not even a subscriber to his channel. Somebody sent me, anonymous person, you know, sent me this link. So we gonna break him down, man. Already out of the gate, lies and contradictions. He just said, is Gilly a clout chaser? Why would you ask a question that you already know the answer to? I told you, man, these clowns can't be serious for 1 second. Let's continue.
is he justifiable in what he talking about? Now, Gilly said he feel disrespectful because Cassidy tried.
Notice he said, is Gilly a clout chaser or is he justifiable with what he's talking about? Is he a clout chaser or is he not? When they use those, or is it justifiable, that means he's already told you what he think. But he's going to try to play and make it seem like he don't know what's going on. And also, you can check out this video yourself. I told you I do character observation like I did with Tay-Rock earlier, right? And like I do in life in general, right? He's smiling while he's asking these questions. You know, he's eating peanuts or whatever he's eating, and he's smiling. You see what I'm saying? Kind of the same way, you know, those white people do when they got you in the, what they call it, the first 48 and all that stuff. You know, they in there laid back and they comfortable because they know they about to set you up, you know, to snitch and sing. But in this particular case, you know, he's telling us all we need to know without telling us anything at all. Let's continue.
To disrespect him. He said the first time Cassidy said something bad about him concerning him losing against Good, he just ignored it. Then he said something again about him, saying Cassidy said something to the nature saying all these little Gillies as though copying off of Gilly, trying to say he lost the goods, you know.
I want to get one thing straight too with this whole Gilly situation. I think I've already done it. Well, y'all know I already did it, but we just talking. We just breaking this thing down, man. We breaking these clowns down and getting them and smacking them back in line. You feel me? Gilly's whole life is built off perception. People like Battle Truth and Gilly, lives are built off perception. They play with the mind of the people. You know, I know the reverse psychology game. You feel me? Notice these guys, when they always talk about whether or not, you know, Cassidy was wrong for saying what he said in a This Is 50 interview, they always leave out the part with Gilly, you know, what Gilly did to start this whole thing. They always leave out of the part of him coming in. If you're going to tell it, tell the whole thing. That's what I'm basically saying. With Gilly coming in, you know, faking as if, see, when they talk about Gilly and Cassidy's beef in the past, they don't bring up the fact that Gilly was beefing with Cassidy in the past and he never liked Cassidy. That's why he came in acting as if he was Cassidy's supporter and he was Cassidy's friend. And then he turned around and, you feel me? This is for those of you, you know, who may not have watched what I did or new to the whole thing. But we just breaking it down. You know, came in and after he said he supported the Cassidy, and then in the same breath said that Cassidy had lost. Like, Cassidy's not undefeated. He lost before. You want me to tell you who he lost to? He lost to, like, little gossiping ass females. You see what I'm saying? Like little gossiping ass bitches. You want me to tell you who he lost to before? He lost to my homeboy from the Figures. You know, rest in peace, Lil Rucky. You see what I'm saying? He lost to my homeboy. After you just told this man you support him. But do Battle Truth mention anything about that? No. Do Piper Boy mention anything about that? No. Do Angry Fan mention anything about that? No. Did Hassan Campbell? You know, this is a man that don't usually even do battles. They don't even talk about battles. And there's a bunch of people like that that don't even talk about battles, that are now talking about battles because Gilly is around. And because they can, this is like gossip. You see what I'm saying? Little female stuff. This is like gossip. You know, they want to instigate a beef instead of trying to figure out a way on how we can diffuse this beef or calling it like it is. And that's Gilly is a clout chaser. Gilly is a troll. But they ain't going to say that. They're not going to say that. They're going to ask little stupid questions that they already know the answer to. Is Gilly why they smiling? Is Gilly a troll, y'all? Is he a troll? Why does it even matter if Gilly is a troll to you or not? You already have your mind made up. You already have your mind made up that he's not. You already have your mind made up. You already proven that you were a hater. See, this is what these dudes don't understand. You've been on record showing that you hate Cassidy. Cassidy has been on record saying that you are a hater and that you're mad because you're not getting an interview with him and everybody else is. Your whole campaign when Cassidy was battling was trying to shit on Cassidy because Cassidy wasn't trying to give you an interview. Your whole campaign was trying to push him into, okay, let me go ahead and give Battle Truth an interview, which it never happened. But we gonna continue, people.
Gilly was offended that Cassidy was saying, he said Gilly don't even watch battle rap. He ain't even see the battle, you know. And Gilly, like, I did see the battle, and I do watch.
Everybody know that Gilly did not see the battle. And whether Gilly want to admit it or not, he's already on record. When he went on live with Goods, Gilly said that he did not see the battle. That quick. You see how that, and that's actual proof. That's actual proof. And then he not saying the part that your mom's favorite brought to my attention. Gilly called Goods up. Goods didn't call Gilly. Gilly called Goods up. I told you, like little instigating, little, you know, sucker ass females, man. And he one of them. At the end of the day, you already know the route this thing gonna go. You already know the route this thing gonna go. He's asking questions that he already has answers to in his own mind. Let's continue.
Watch battle rap. Then Norbs got the vouching for Gilly and speaking about history of Gilly and battle rap and things like that. And then he was saying how he told Cassidy, you tried this once before and what happened? You tried this once before and what happened?
He told Cassidy, you tried this once before and what happened? What happened, Gilly? What did happen? Again, like I said earlier, talking about stuff that he did do now and in the past that he has no proof of. And Battle Truth shouldn't even be speaking on it. You know, this is how you know, this is proof that these guys put out false news. They put out fake news. Because at the end of the day, you're defending this guy and he has yet to put out proof himself. He has yet to validate himself on a lot of the things that he say. Straight garbage.
So now you still doing this thing. Now, let me tell y'all something, man. I be watching a lot of things.
Tell us something.
Sometimes when I want to look into things. Let me tell you something.
Notice he said it. Notice he just said it. You know, I wish I could rewind it, but you know, I can't do it on this particular thing. But he just said it, y'all. Listen to the words, people. See, black people, we like slick talk. But if you really, really open your mind up and focus and listen, he's telling on himself. He said he be seeing things. What Piper Boy say? I'm looking online and I'm seeing things. But the only problem is you're seeing what you want to see and you're hearing what you want to hear. You're not seeing what you're supposed to hear and hearing what you're supposed to hear. You're hearing and seeing what you want to hear and see. So he just said it. He said, yeah, I went online and I was checking some stuff out, you know, because I go online and I check some stuff out when I want to. So you don't do it all the time. I'm online all the time, especially now. I usually didn't be, you know, I'm like an old school, man. I'm young, but I'm old school. Grandmother used to call me an old soul. I do it even more now because now I'm promoting the channel. You see what I'm saying? So I can push the positivity and push the actual real thing. You feel me? So I'm on it all the time now. Just like I caught him, you know, trying to sneak this, make this video. Let's continue, man. But notice he just said that. Before I get into it, notice he just said that, right? Yeah, I go online when I want to go online and see stuff. Yeah, okay.
Stop trying to make it seem like Cassidy making all this noise on the internet because of how good he is. No.
Stop trying to make it seem like Cassidy is making all of this noise on the internet because of how good he is. Only people that's been making noise on the internet, you know, even before I started doing what I'm doing, even before the brothers of the real BRC started doing what they were doing, and all the rest of the brothers that's doing the real, man. Y'all were the ones, the URL battlers. The propaganda was set up from the beginning. The URL battlers, people like you, even before I started doing breakdowns on Cassidy versus Goods. Battle Truth already was like 10, 15 videos in about Cassidy. Like I told y'all, these are the clout chasers, people. These are the clout chasers. All we doing, see, it adds up. All you got to do is put two and two together, people. He was doing, these are facts, he was doing videos before I even started breaking this thing down. Only thing, and thanks to Battle Truth for that, only thing that made me get into this stuff with Cassidy is because I seen the game. I seen how they was trying to do him. They was trying to Kaepernick him. You see what I'm saying? They was trying to Colin Kaepernick him. That's the only reason why I got into this thing and really started pushing this thing. Because I'm like, oh, nah, man. This brother trying to come in here and switch the battle rap back to his original format. And these dudes are trying to set up some propaganda on this man. You ain't got to believe what I got to say. You ain't got to believe what I'm saying right now. Look at my track record. Check all my videos out. You feel me? I even started off having Goods winning because I didn't know how Cassidy was going to come to the battle. Pause. I didn't know how Cassidy was going to come to the battle. Because my personal opinion, I felt like, you know, that was the worst Cassidy that I've seen versus Disaster, even though he did win. So I had originally had Goods winning until I started to see for myself. I started to use, you know, my mind, and I started to really see, you know, we all get fooled. We all get fooled at the beginning. But people start to tell on themselves, you know, people real true colors are starting to show as things start to move forward. And more, I started to get more and more convinced that Cassidy can go in there and destroy this dude, man. And even if Cassidy don't go in there and destroy this dude, I'm still going to support him. Because they coming with that propaganda, man. They coming with that BS. They trying to Colin Kaepernick this man. And until this day, they still trying to do it. Before I even started covering that battle with Goods and Cassidy, Battle Truth was already hating from the jump. 3 Letterman was already hating from the jump. You see what I'm saying? Piper Boy was already out of here gossiping from the jump. And they still doing it now. The battle is over. The battle is over, people. He's sitting up there talking about, we ain't talking about Cassidy because he good, but because the controversy that surrounds him. Still the same thing, stupid. Still the same thing. If Cassidy ain't this and he ain't that and he ain't, you know, he made a video saying goodbye to Cassidy. I guess it wasn't goodbye to Cassidy, huh? Come on, man. I break these contradictions down. This is small work compared to what I do. Let's continue listening to this clown, man. Break these contradictions down, man.
Keep making it noise because of all the controversy and fake Sheisty stuff he's doing that brothers is addressing. So it ain't like
controversy and fake Sheisty stuff that he's doing. What is the fake Sheisty stuff that he's doing, Battle Truth? See, he always make these videos. Before I unsubscribed from his channel, he was always making these videos, right? Asking, you know, yeah, I wish Cassidy do an interview with me. I eat him up alive. Pause. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll break him all the way down. He ain't gonna do an interview with me because he's scared. Nah, you won't interview me because you're scared. I will break you down. How? That's the question. This is what these dudes do. This is like, just like they keep on saying that he lost, and he's gonna say it as well, because this is the propaganda that they running with, that Cassidy lost the Goods, but can't tell us how. But they can tell us how Cassidy break down how Cassidy won or how Cassidy lost. We can break it down, but nobody can break down. We can also break down how Goods lost, but they can't do it. That's because they don't want to do it. They never wanted to do it. They always wanted to push the fact that Goods won, not because they care about Goods, because they don't want Cassidy around, because they're hating on Cassidy. They hating on his success. One thing about black people, we do not like other successful black people, especially successful black people that are doing a lot better than we are. Facts. It takes a certain individual, and I'm one of those individuals. It takes a certain individual to actually know that a person has made it to a better level in their lives than you, and to embrace that, and to understand in your mind that if I work hard and I follow and take notes, then I'll eventually get there. A lot of these dudes want to be there now, so they hate and they do all kind of snakish behavior to try to weasel their way into a situation, like Gilly did, like he is doing. His whole channel is based off of him sneak dissing. Anything I say about anybody on this channel, you better bet your bottom dollar I have no problem with saying it in their face. And they ain't gonna do nothing about it but look stupid, or get in their feelings and start screaming and catching grown man tantrums. Let's continue, man.
Oh, they still talking about Cassidy. No. Let me tell you something. He's doing stupid, ignorant things, and he's doing just like Mook did when he lost the Verb, went on his media tour of trying to change and reverse the outcome of what happened. The man lost. He know he lost. People who watched it know he lost. No matter how.
Again, contradiction. Another lie. First of all, stop comparing him to Murder Mook. Two different people, man. No disrespect to Murder Mook, but he's not Cassidy, and Cassidy ain't him. You see what I'm saying? Secondly, Cassidy don't know he lost. Cassidy know he won. In every interview, Cassidy is confident that he won. And everybody else out here knows that he won. So don't speak for me. Don't speak for my people out here that subscribe to my channel. Don't speak to the real brotherhood of the BRC. Don't speak for us. We don't know anything. One thing we do know is Cassidy won that battle. He mopped the floor with goods. And you know that too. But you won't admit it because you with the URL propaganda. Notice, I could say what I say, but everything adds up and lines up perfect. He say what he say, and you have question marks. You have nothing but question marks going across it. How is that possible, people? How could I say what I say and everything just lines up? Facts, 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 facts. When my people subscribe to this channel, they do nothing but comment facts. When your people that subscribe to your channel, if they say facts and if they lying, they're liars like you. They're liars like you. That's a head scratcher. Cassidy never felt like he lost that battle. Not even a little bit. We never felt like Cassidy lost that battle. Not even a little bit. You feel like Cassidy lost that battle. You really don't feel like Cassidy lost that battle, but you gonna say Cassidy lost that battle so you could push an agenda. You could push a narrative. Let's continue, man, listening to this clown.
You dress it up, no matter how you make it appear to be, he lost. He's just being called out on his BS and stuff that he's doing. That's what he's being called out on now. His BS, his lying, his everything he said that he didn't live up to in the battle, and now it's it's laugh now, cry later when it comes to him. That's what this thing is about. It ain't about people still talking about him like they talking about him on some real good stuff. No, they talking about the
people are talking about him negatively, and people are talking about him on some good stuff. But the only difference is there are way more, and I mean way more people talking about Cassidy in a good light than a negative light. Only people that's talking about him in a negative light is you clowns. And the people in the battlers from the URL, because they're jealous and they're salty and they're bitter because they not him, and you jealous and you're salty and you're bitter because you're not him and you're not getting any type of light from him. Gilly is jealous and he hating because he want a piece of Cash Light, and he always wanted a piece of Cash Light. He walk around talking about he the king, but when the stats show, the stats prove that he not. The stats prove that Cassidy is. You know, that's just like at that time, you know, I don't care if I ruffle feathers right here. That's just like a time when Lil Wayne said he was the best rapper alive. At that time, everybody knew it was Eminem. You know, Just because you feel like you're the best in your mind, that don't mean that it's actually true. And that's what's going on in this situation. This is not actual fact. What I'm saying is actual fact. What he is saying is what he believes. Is his opinion. What did Cassidy say to 3 Letterman? I didn't come here for your opinion. Like I'm doing this video. I didn't come here for his opinion. I came here to break down his BS. To break down his lies and his contradiction. Let's continue, man, listening to this clown. I'm about sick of him already.
Negative things of all the dirt and all the bogus stuff that he been doing that's out here that people is addressing. Y'all know dang on well if anybody else was rapping those bars Cassidy was saying, well, it's hard to say that because he got booed. So I can't say he got away with it because the battle rap community didn't even let him get away with it. The first round they let him get away.
Notice what he said, right? The battle rap community didn't let him get away with it. Notice what Gilly said, right? The battle rap community said Cassidy lost. Sound pretty identical, right? So now, see, I told you, man, I break these dudes down. So now, y'all two are letting, the real truth is coming out. Y'all two are letting the battle rap community, not even the battle rap community, the people that were there, well, they're part of the community. The fans that were there that night, y'all letting them dictate the battle. When about 80%, 85%, and I'm being generous, of that crowd really can't comprehend and break down figurative language, bars, you see what I'm saying, metaphors, all of that stuff. They cannot break down none of that stuff. Most of them, we was watching the battle. Most of them in there was zoned out, was drunk, was high. Because Smack had them in there waiting hours to even start the battles. And in between each battle, he had people waiting like 30 minutes. These are facts. So by the time Cassidy and Goods came at the last, these people was ready to go. They were already angry. They were already, you see what I'm saying? Did not to mention, you had all of the URL battlers in the front row dictating the crowd. But he ain't gonna say nothing about that though. He ain't gonna talk about that. Notice this, people. When people like him have a certain bias towards somebody else, they don't say the whole thing. Notice, like these trolls that come on my channel that want to hate. They'll say, yeah, man, why you riding Cassidy? Why you riding? He lost. Just accept it. They won't tell you how he lost. They won't tell you how Goods won. They won't tell you the whole thing. They'll just tell you what they think and what they believe. But we ain't come for what they think and what they believe. And like I ain't come for what he think and what he believe. I came to break his contradiction and his lies down because he's a clown. Let's continue, man. Bars.
Away with it, but after that, they didn't let him get away with it no more. It was trash. No matter how you dress it up, how you paint the picture, and people who trying to defend it and back it up, they know if it was anybody else saying those bars from K-Shine to...
You could tell by hearing his voice that he got some type of hate and animosity in his heart. You could tell. Sometimes you could tell when the person talked that they got some type of jealousy and hate and animosity. We couldn't tell anything. Only thing we could tell is that Goods clearly got mopped. He clearly got mollywopped on that stage. He was all discombobulated. He ain't even looked that man in his eyes. He was looking at his little flunkies in the front of the row. You feel me? He ain't even look Cassidy in the eye. All this performance. What performance? If you consider him performing to his flunkies in the front row, okay, we could say that. But that don't count. Because at the end of the day, you got to perform in front of the man that's in front of you, that's looking you in your eyes. They ain't going to mention that, though. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They not going to mention none of that. They're not going to mention none of that. They're going to just keep and notice what these guys do. See, when I give you a breakdown and when the brothers of the real BRC give you a breakdown on this Cassidy and Goods thing and everybody else, all these brothers and stuff out here and sisters that did that, notice, I ain't talking about the haters and the clowns. Notice when they did it, they told it from both sides, from both perspectives. Notice they only stick on Cassidy. They They don't say Good's flaws. We say Cassidy flaws and what Cassidy did good. Even if Cassidy ain't had no flaws, we still broke down what he did. You ain't even saying nothing about Goods. You ain't even saying nothing about Gilly. He first started off the conversation with basically saying, is Gilly a clout chaser? But now we 15 minutes into what you talking about right now, not even a video, 15 minutes in what you talking about right now, about 10 minutes, and you still got Cassidy name in your mouth. That's a hater. You haven't mentioned Gilly once. So how are you going to try to see whether or not Gilly is a clout chaser or not? These niggas are clowns, man. Let's continue, man, because I'm about through listening to him. I already proved my point, but for y'all, man, I'm going to stay a little longer. Let's continue.
Rob, to Serve, to Verb, to Hitman, they'd have been booed out the building. Y'all be killing them over the internet. But since it's Cassidy and you liked him and y'all was riding with him only to be disappointed, y'all trying to find up some means or reason to justify your actions behind his loss.
And another thing I want to ask, if Cassidy lost and he lost badly and everybody knows it, then why you feel like, and why Piper Boy feel like, and why a lot of these URL battlers feel like they got to justify it? Why everybody got to feel like they don't do this to nobody else? Speaking about if that was anybody else, I scroll down and look for bar breakdowns on battles. Cassidy and Good's battle is like the only battle that most of the people in the battle rap community broke down their battle. That is this is facts. That is the most broke down bar for bar battle than any other battle. You don't really see no other battles. Like, you got some out there, but you don't really see no other battles that's been broke down like this one. They're putting a certain invested interest into this whole thing. You know why? Because of Cassidy. Don't take my word for it. Listen to him. He's still talking about Cassidy. We almost 15 minutes into what he was talking about when he started his conversation. The topic was about whether or not Gilly was a clout chaser. Remember? And we're still talking about Cassidy. When we gonna touch on Gilly? Let's find out. But I ain't gonna stay on it too much longer because I've already proved my point, people. Well, let's continue.
That everybody know he lost. The people in Philly, and when I say everybody, I mean the majority of everybody. People even in his own city. People ain't just going up against him like it's some plot against Cassidy. Who gives a damn? In battle rap. That's all it is. Battle rap.
First of all, why you getting in your feelings? Second of all, what you mean, who gives a damn? Apparently you do. Apparently Gilly do. Apparently Piper Boy do. Apparently all you clowns do. And the URL battlers. Apparently Smack do, or he wouldn't have called Cassidy and booked him. Apparently all of y'all do. Because you wouldn't be doing this video getting in your feelings. Another contradiction, people. Let's continue to listen to this clown before I shut him down.
So he the one crying and weeping, trying to make it seem like people missed it, didn't get what was going on. It was some type of conspiracy against him. Shut up.
Cassidy is crying and weeping. We haven't heard from Cassidy since the This Is 50 interview. And you did this video when? Today. You did this video today, and we haven't heard from Cassidy since the This Is 50 interview. And that was like, what, Thursday of last week? So how is Cassidy crying and hooping and hollering, and we haven't even heard from him? You see this BS? It's a clown, straight up clown, man. Then bang his gavel like that means something. He's telling us all we need to know. As he's going in about Cassidy, he still has yet to let us know whether or not Gilly is a clout chaser or not. Let's continue, but I already know what he's going to do. Let's continue.
That trash. Trying to hear that garbage. No. No, 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 no. Nobody don't hear that trash. Get out of here. You lost. Period. Now, is Gilly the Kid clout chasing? Or do Gilly the Kid...
I ain't gonna even listen to that clown no more. Is Gilly the Kid clout chasing? So you just go in about 15 minutes on Cassidy. And then want to turn around and then want to ask, is Gilly clout chasing? You asked that from the beginning. That's what everything should have been about. But you asked that and then you went in talking about Cassidy, people. And then after he went in talking about Cassidy for about a good 15 minutes, then he want to ask again, now, is Gilly clout chasing? You've already told us how you feel, brother. Straight up clown, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. I just wanted to let y'all break that clown down real quick, man. You know, I might get back on my hijacking thing again, man. If y'all really want me to, give me a thumbs up in the comment section, man. I might just start hijacking these clowns and ripping them to shreds, man. Make no daggone sense, man. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive all the notifications when new content is dropping. Clown.